All right, guys. So today we got a real special treat. This is going to be a warranty compressor change out. This refrigerant is going to be 454C, which I've never used before. Flammable like R290, but you got to be careful with this. So what I already did was I already evacuated the charge. I already flowed with nitrogen to try to get as much of the refrigerant out as possible so it doesn't flash out when I unsweat here and here. And once this is sweat out, we can go and get the dryer sweat out, start ripping everything apart. All right, one thing I do want to show you guys is because I did purge this with nitrogen, so I flowed nitrogen here and came out through the high side port. Now, this is a flammable refrigerant, so we gotta make sure there's no flame yet. So, see? No flame. Nothing. So, it means it purged the majority of the refrigerant out, so I'm good to go ahead and unsweat right here. Another thing while you're changing these kind of systems, just take a picture of where the wires go because you don't want to forget. I forget a lot. I always take pictures just so I remember where everything goes. Always be careful with your wires. Don't want to mess them up. So what I'm going to do, because I got stuff on me, just zip tie them out of the way. All right, there we go. Much better. Don't want to damage anything else down here, so let's get this guy out. Compressor going in. Let's get these wires out of the way so don't mess anything up. Push away. Move. I'm trying to mess this up more. Get those wires out under the compressor. Because I'm the one who'll have to come back here for anything. Just wire the compressor up real quick. And then we'll start getting everything ready to braze. All right, so I did have to get a little fitting right here to get this actually to fit. Because this size and this size are the same. From the factory, this is actually swaged out a bit. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. So, put a little fitting here. She's good to go. Let's braze. All right, got it all brazed up. Nitrogen's sitting there about 125 PSI. Probably a little more. Get up to like 150. A little over. Now it's on 175. So, no leaks. Double checked. Everything looks good. But yeah, let's get Sam the vacuum pump. Start pumping her down. All right, so I am back. I had to go run and get an adapter for this tank. Because when you're dealing with A2Ls, this is a methane propane fluorine mixture. So, you definitely want to have an adapter for this. It's flammable. So, rating the charge exactly how I wanted to be. So, right now we're turning it on and hopefully I don't blow up. 1, 2, 3, please don't blow up. Not feeling any leaks so far, which would be bad. Systems have delays, so it takes a minute for everything to kick back on. Waiting's always the worst part. Come on, man. There we go. All right, we're running. Pressures are rising. Nice and cool suction. That feels great. Hot discharge. Obviously, this box is at like 60-something degrees. It's pretty warm. But we got to be sure everything runs properly. I'm going to check the pressures real quick. Make sure everything's proper. All right, so just started running. My pressures are dropping right now. So you want around like a 40 PSI on here for like around 20-degree coil. And the high side right now is about like 215, which is like a 107 saturation temp. So right now everything's running. We're rejecting great heat. It's feeling good. But yeah, let's watch this thing come down in temp. It's going to take a while for a walk-in, but I got to be sure this thing runs properly. Again, A2Ls, got to be really careful with them. Get your adapters when you're at the supply house. They're not super expensive because these are reverse threads. So because they're reverse threads, I can't just put my gauges on them. But because I have that piece, I can just charge it up and she's good to go. But pressures are dropping. I'm going to show you what they look like here in the next 15 minutes. All right, so go ahead and wrapped everything up. We're dropping pretty good. As you see, we're at 41. Coil's clear. Everything's looking good. I don't know about that. Somebody did that, but yeah. Make sure you just button everything up. Make sure there's no loose screws hiding around because I'm going to climb up here and I'm going to find any screw people leave behind with my knees. So again, just pick stuff up, keep it clean. But some people come up here and actually look at your work. So this is all buttoned up. We're dropping in temp. We're looking good. I'm happy with what I see. I'm going to get out of here. All right, pretty standard job. Compressor swap, easy day. Now, obviously, this is a different kind of refrigerant than most people are used to. 454C is very new. It costs twice as much as normal refrigerant costs right now. That's just starting out, which I'm not helpful for the future. This is the future. This is what's coming to us. It's what we're going to have to deal with. But understand your pressures and temperatures. But biggest thing right now is just these are critically charged systems. You have to weigh in the charge. You can't just guess because this system you can't just charge up and get going. There's no sight glass. You have no idea what's going on in the system other than pressure under discharge line and your suction line. That's it. So you have to weigh in the charge. If you think you're low on charge, just remove the charge into a recovery cylinder and weigh it back in, see if it's the correct amount. If it is, good. If not, you have a leak. You have an issue. This is all new stuff. This is what everything's coming to. This is just a drop-in package unit. It's real small. This thing only holds 36 ounces of refrigerant. Not much at all. The bigger walk-ins that are using different A2Ls, like 448A and everything, or even the other ones that have the A2L boards in them, it's all part of the future. It's all what we're going to have to be dealing with because these are flammable refrigerants. This 454C is a fluorine, propane, methane mixture, I think is what it said. So obviously very flammable. You've got to be careful working with this stuff. So as you saw earlier, I would float with nitrogen to get a lot of that refrigerant out of the oil. So when I went to sweat everything out, it didn't flare up on me. It's happened before, but you gotta be careful. But system's good to go. Pressures are perfect. Box is at like 40 degrees now and dropping. I'm happy with it. Just get used to things changing. All these new refrigerants coming out, all this A2L stuff is the future. You gotta get used to it. You gotta understand it. So do your research, watch some videos on it. Whatever you need to do to figure out what you're doing. Because you can't just go into this stuff blind. Because I've had people who don't know what they're doing. They get hurt. You see all those videos of people with R32 systems, and you find them all blown up. I don't know how true that is that they got blown up like that. But regardless, you don't want anything bad happening to you. You are important. You don't want to get hurt. Because you get hurt on the job, you're kind of screwed. You can't make money if you're hurt. Yeah, this was an easy day. Easy job. But when you get your A2L cylinders and everything, that whole 25-pound tank, you need to have that adapter because these things are reverse threads. If you don't have the reverse threads on them, you cannot use these tanks because your gauges will not hook up onto them because it's the dangerous refrigerant. You got to be careful with them. You have to be safe. So make sure when you get the tanks, get the adapter. But yeah, all this was easy. Nothing crazy. Wish I would have gotten the start components for this job, but they sent me a liquid port injector for a scroll compressor, which what is what it is. I double checked all the start components, all of them tested within specs. Everything's within spec. I'm happy. Everything's clean. Everything's good. That's it. Easy day. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I gotta get going.